So let's say we have a force of magnitude 13 newtons and it's acting on an object at an angle of 50 degrees. Well, we can resolve this force vector into its x and y components. So we have an x component going this way, and that's basically going to be the length of the force vector on the x-axis. And then we also have our y component, which goes from here to there. And if we start from this origin, we can also move it to here. So this would be the force's x component, and this would be the force's y component. Now, if we want to find the magnitudes of the x and y components, we'll need to use trigonometry. And that's actually not that hard. So let's draw a right triangle, and we said that this angle was 50 degrees, so I'm just going to put that in here. And our hypotenuse is our force vector itself, which had a magnitude of 13 newtons. So this would be our x component, and this would be our y component. Well, we can use two of our trigonometric functions, cosine and sine. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So basically, the cosine of 50 degrees is f sub x over 13. So let me just write that out. Using this equation, we can really easily solve for the x component of our vector. So if we multiply by 13 on both sides, we get that our x component is 13 times the cosine of 50 degrees. So our x component is about 8.4 newtons. And we can also do the same thing for our y component. So sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. So our y component over our hypotenuse, so the sine of 50 degrees. And again, we multiply by 13 on both sides. So our y component is going to be 13 times the sine of 50 degrees, or 9.96, or we could round that to about 10 newtons.